Hello, everyone. We are the Lost Caravan RPG. We do one-shots, mini-series, and long-running campaigns. If it's TTRPG, we pretty much do it all. Tonight, episode 6 of our Avatar Legends campaign, Legacy of the Lost. We are rapidly approaching the halfway mark, which is so scary. But before we dive into the totally normal things that happened last episode, we do have just a few announcements to go through. The first being we do have a sponsor for tonight's stream, that is Soul Muppet Publishing. They published Orbital Blues, which we played not too long ago, and which we're going to be playing again in the very near future, because that game was so much fun. If you love like cowboys, space, western exploration, go check it out. It's a super cool system. Other than that, you can check out our YouTube channel if you miss any of our streams. It's just Lost Caravan RPG at YouTube. And if you want to help us even further, you can go check out our website. It is lostcaravanrpg.com. You can learn more about the stream team as well as the community that helps to support us. And even check out some of our cool merch. As I forget to change my own webcam box. It's fine. I'll be Jason for now.
Hi, Jason.
But before we dive into this, I do want to go around, give everyone a chance to tell you who they are, who they're playing tonight, and how they're feeling, how these characters are doing after last session. We'll go just left to right, screen order, which means that we are starting with Kate.
Hey, everybody. I am Caitlin. You she, her pronouns. Tonight, I'll be playing, as ever, Mayari Besho, our chronically ill waterbender of the Successor Playbook, who uses she, they pronouns. Yes, Mayari is feeling many ways. She thought she was conflicted feelings-wise last time. There were some big things that happened. Those just got more complicated. And then, you know, she had a casual run-in with some weird spirit things in a fight in a burning blimp. Blimp, was it a Druid airship?
Yeah, it's an airship, yeah.
And you know, maybe walked away, possibly inhabited with an evil spirit, possibly just granted a strange new bending style. So I think she is both feeling a little afraid of what this means, but also kind of exhilarated and a little like, you know, what can I do with this? How can this help me out? So I think that's where Mayari is sitting.
And I think Caitlin, behind the Mayari screen, might be a little more nervous considering the scene that we all got to see that none of the characters got to see. Which was the fact that we almost had combat at the end of that session, or the beginning of that session, if only one of you had decided to go into that room.
Yeah.
But everything's fine. Everything's great.
Everything's fine.
I'm so worried. But yeah.
Over to Matt.
Hello, I'm Matt, he, him pronouns. I'm playing Faye, also he, him pronouns, using the bold playbook. And last time, Faye was able to enjoy a nice little meal. And some conversation with the owner of that old Fire Nation army helmet. You know, he's... with everything going on with the ship and all that, I mean, Faye is tired. Faye is a little bit bewildered. He did get a little bit beat up by Mayari in testing of the shadows. So, you know, Faye is a little confused. But overall, he's excited because there might be a little bit of, pro bending going on. Fingers crossed. We'll see how it goes. So, Faye and I are both pumped.
Absolutely. And then that brings us over to Xtel, who is also doing great. Everything is fine.
No, yeah, he's totally great. Nothing's bad at all. I refuse to believe that it is. Yo, hey everybody, I'm Xtel. He, him pronouns. I'm going to be playing Ember, the coolest firebender around. Also, he, him pronouns. Yeah, Ember is feeling totally not where he's very worried, but he's not letting it show at all, ever. Also, he started his like vigilante thing last session, so we're gonna be on that for a little bit. But also excited to get to pro pending. I'm ready. I'm refusing to disbelieve is what it is. I mean, yeah, that's what you know what I mean. Anyway, it's great. Yeah, it's gonna be fine.
And Ember even had a little chat with our friend Zai.
Yes. Had the old what are your intentions with
Yeah.
with my waterbender friend?
Yeah, exactly.
Chat. No.
And then someone who had to run home to put out a whole sea of literal and figurative fires. Winter, how's things?
Hello, everyone. Yeah, how are things indeed? So hello, everyone. My name is Winter. I use it, she pronouns. Currently playing Dai Zin, uses he, him pronouns, of the Pillar playbook. And, Dai is completely removed from all of the chaos that's going on. He has been juggling spreadsheets and doing paperwork and attending meetings with the glass company to smooth things over, and is fully committed to the bit. So committed that I'm pretty sure he has no idea what's going on in anybody else's lives.
Mm-hmm.
He's just now having a business opportunity with the glass vendors.
Right.
This is where Dai shines. Just that professional environment, like one noble merchant to another. Let's just work this out. No need to go setting things on fire or breaking bones. We'll talk it out.
Yeah.
As your companions are in the back, setting fires and breaking bones.
It's fine.
And then over to someone who's been probably the most sus here, as Kim has been in and out, leaving vague messages. Nicole.
Hi, I'm McCall. I use she, they pronouns. I play Kim Tamo, someone who definitely is not up to anything.
Mm-hmm.
She, her pronouns. I forgot what I said already. She is an earthbender from the Northern Earth Kingdom and uses the Guardian playbook and has missed hanging out with her friends.
Been on missions with her father.
My dad.
I
that just
love
leaves
how
me.
canonically we've just made this man Kim's father.
Yeah.
That is
Reverse adoption.
Yeah.
We've
That just
adopted
leaves
this
me.
strange old man as my dad.
Of course, I am Andrew, your storyteller for tonight's game, and for most games around here, although you are going to see a bunch of friendly faces behind the GM chair in the coming weeks, because we have a bunch of great people that want to tell a bunch of great stories, and we are here to support it. Music's far too cheery. We need some.
Oh no.
Oh.
Also, real quick, I just realized I forgot to change my background. This is my background when I storytell vampire games.
See, I just thought it was Republic City. Like, I didn't even know. Like, it's just like,
Yeah.
oh.
I mean, it could totally be Republic City.
Yeah, the
There you
nightlife is pretty sick.
That is,
Yeah,
right?
Last session, we had some emotional moments. We had some chats about how people were feeling after burning down the glass factory. about people's intentions and goals moving forward, and everyone kind of needed their own space. They needed time. Everyone needed their own way to heal with what him and I, of course, off on your own missions. While the rest of you found fairly restless and went out to go get some air. Faye, of course, going and returning the helmet, having a lovely evening chat with an old firebender, retired from the military long ago, now just wants to live a quiet life. Ember having that brooding moment of hoping there would be crime, just fingers crossed, please let there be crime, please let there be crime. I'm gonna pop in, I'm gonna stop it. But there was nothing. The streets were as safe as they could be. And, of course, Mayari had a coming to terms with new friends and new relationships in her life. I believe it was Zwak that came to get Mayari. He was pulled out into the street.
Yeah, oh no, Zwak delivered some food, and I think
That's
then it
right.
was like, yes, the allure of food, and then finding out where the others have gone led us up top.
Where you all saw a airship barely visible in the night sky until it started to spout flame. And these little shadow-like creatures were just swarming it. It dropped maybe a mile outside of the city limits. And of course, you all commandeered a cart and used it to get out there as quickly as you could. Where you found that the surviving vendors were fighting seemingly nothing. But those of you with bending abilities occasionally would see these spirit-like creatures that were almost taunting. They would dive in as if to attack and then back off, just making this more of a game than anything. All the while, the survivors were still mostly trapped within the wreckage of an airship. With some very quick acting by everyone, especially Faye, who managed to fight these things without being able to see them.
Yeah, we just deductive reasoning our way.
Mayari used some bending to help put out the fire, and then ran inside to try to find survivors. These creatures took the opportunity to seal that entrance and to trap Mayari inside, where between the extreme heat, the closing in ship, everything was just a little too much. You managed to help get all the survivors out, but Mayari did collapse. And by the time Ember managed to force his way in and drag Mayari out, Mayari seemed to be okay, but it did look like someone had drugged her, or she had crawled, or something had happened. We got back to the hideouts to find that Mayari had a new accessory. A nifty little soulstone that was empty. It's just a hunk of obsidian now. And Mayari can shadow bend. And I think that's a fantastic place for us to pick up. Kim...
I meant...
Oh, no, go ahead.
Good. No. I was going to say, I imagine Ember is like walking out of the room behind Mayari, and Fane is kind of like, so wait, like, shadows. Are we keeping that a secret? Are we gonna be like, yo, are we doing that deal, or are you like, is you gonna broadcast this?
You're muted. No.
Oh
believe
no!
You got this.
It was just working.
Was literally
Oh
just
my
like,
gosh!
You may need to disconnect and then reconnect from Discord.
Oh
While
whoa!
Mayari figures out what the shadow is doing with her voice, uh, Kim and Dai, the two of you having had some time away, find that we are reconvening at the hideout. Maybe some of us a little more reluctant than others, but still, uh, I'm gonna leave it up to the two of you, especially Dai. This question's for Dai. What's bringing you back?
I think for Dai, I think currently where it stands, I think this is Dai coming back as one final chance to see if this isn't goodbye for him.
Hmm.
Because at the end of the day, it's like he put his faith in the group, and when push came to shove, they, in his eyes, effectively abandoned him.
You put
So this
your
is kind of his,
reputation on the line.
yeah, reputation of his family.
Yeah.
And how did those negotiations go, by the way? How is the glass company?
I mean,
How are things with him and with Zizan and the Zizan family and this company?
the company collected their insurance money. They're doing just fine.
Yeah.
And they held no ill will. It would seem that they obviously had the option to press charges, to notify the law enforcement, and have decided not to.
Well, that's good at least. So yeah, I think Dai is just coming back to report and see where things go. See what anyone has to say.
As you are retracing your steps, headed back for that sewer hideout, you would see two familiar faces, Don and Kim, kind of, in hushed tones having this low conversation. Don looking up to see you, giving you that warm old man smile and kind of patting Kim on the shoulder, seemingly saying, "You stay, you catch up. I'm gonna go on ahead." It just disappears down to the sewers. Kim,
Good day.
I don't know if you would want to stop and chat, or if it's more like, how is Kim feeling about this reunion?
Probably just like a little bit bad, but also if this is an acquaintance, I'm not going to like walk away from them despite what happened.
Yeah, the two of you
Yeah.
have that moment of meeting as the sun is just starting to rise, the streets are just starting to fill.
Good morning.
Good morning. I haven't
Fancy.
seen you around in a bit.
I have been attending to some affairs that were necessary in light of recent events. And Dai is walking with a cane at this point, does not have his whole staff that he usually has. Seems like from his perspective, he's not in this for the long haul, you can tell. So, how are things with you? And your friends?
I'm not entirely sure. I have been running errands, essentially,
Hmm.
for quite a bit.
Putting out fires of your own, I suppose.
Yeah, pretty much. In a way.
Well, shall we reconvene with our little fire starters then?
I believe we should.
Hmm.
I have something for you.
Oh,
Like,
and what could this be?
something you are missing and have been missing. You will see when we get back there.
Hmm. Die now. Struggling to maintain a professional composure, but entirely unsure what to make of that statement. We'll
Damn.
let Kim take the lead and follow.
Amazing. Then yeah,
Yeah,
the two of you press on, make your way down to the sewers, as our three companions, just having discovered that shadow bending is a thing, and two, Mayari can do it, and three, that was a soul stone and it's empty.
Which Ember is now put in his pocket. So we're keeping it on the. What about the other two? Can we tell them?
Yeah, but don't make it out like it's a scary thing or anything. I don't want Kim to
I mean, it kind of
do it.
is, though, right? Like it's.
Yeah, but like not shadow bending, but like shadow bending.
I don't
You
think
know,
Yeah.
you can say those words and have people be calm about it. You know what I mean?
no, it's not gonna work.
It,
I
it
figured the
doesn't even
tone
exist until
shift.
like 2 minutes ago. You know what I mean?
It's pretty
Okay.
rad.
Yeah,
But
it is pretty cool.
like there's shadow bending, and then there's and I'm gonna try to shadow bend shadow puppetry on the wall, just like a little bunny hopping or something to do it.
It's very crude, but if you'd like, you can make the first check of the game.
Oh,
Yes.
snap!
I believe in you.
How
first
crude is
check,
this
it's a
bunny?
shadow bunny. Let's go.
Let's
Yeah.
go with rely on your skill and training,
Which is focus.
which is focus, yeah.
Hashtag
Amazing.
Shadow Bunny.
Oh, that's cocked. Is not great. 3 total.
We do have a hero point if you'd like to spend that.
Yeah.
I'll keep
Yeah, let's
crude
use it
bunny.
for shadow bunnies.
I was I think the bunny looks crude in the sense that bunny does not look exactly like a bunny, and crude in maybe a lewd sense. So it's just really
Oh.
bad.
It's
I really like the idea of you trying to shadow bend like a bunny hopping, and it's like, oh, it's a bunny, and then there's this big thing, it's like, oh, but I destroys it. Like, oh yeah, peaceful.
I love that you discover a new form of bending, and the first thing you do is punch your friend, and the second thing you do is try and make shadow puppets.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, these are
As you
very
do.
good events. Yeah,
This
uh,
is starting off well.
yeah, it's
yeah. I don't. Yeah,
blobs basically, but you are kind of manipulating them. If you turn your head and squint, you can kind of tell it's supposed to be a bunny.
Okay, but you get what I mean.
yeah. No, yeah. I see it. I see it.
Yeah. Okay.
It's some type of jackal.
No, but it's fine. Just make it seem normal.
Yeah.
Right. And then Ember walks off. He goes to the bar.
Three of you would hear the door open. That's like jingle of bells. to let the whoever is currently staffed at the bar know that someone's come in. And you see one familiar face, Dawn, who comes in, stares at the three of you, and then just kind of turns and heads towards the back rooms. Not angrily, just like saw you, decided I'm not the one that should be having this conversation, and then just turns and continues
Great.
on.
What was that about?
And immediately
Yeah.
behind Kim and Dai.
As soon as Faye sees Dai, he does exactly the same thing he did when he found Ember. He just drops down in like a kneeling pose and like head to the ground, and he says, I'm so sorry.
Dime looks down at Faye and then looks up to the other two as though expecting something.
Okay.
And says
You want a
nothing.
drink?
Bartender just pulls out a whole row of drinks.
Yeah. Another round, I think, too. Right now. How's it going?
Well, fortunately, no charges were pressed. The authorities were not involved. And I believe I managed to salvage my family's reputation. It took several hours of paperwork, correspondence, and no small amount of financial string pulling. But at the end of the day, I managed, as I always do.
It's good to hear. Drink?
Faye, you don't. Get it up, please. It's your... Look.
Yeah. Dai, I'm sorry. I didn't listen to you. I should have listened to you. I just...
It's not a matter of listening, Faye. My advice is simply words on the wind that you can accept or discard at your leisure. That I don't care about. Do you know how lonely it was? Sitting in my office. Do you know how lonely it was walking back to my estate? Do you know how lonely it was standing outside of that burning factory? Watching our plans that we had so crafted so carefully unravel.
I don't. But I imagine it must have been terrible.
It was unfortunate. But so it goes. And I see the four of you are well, at least. And I'm glad no harm, short term or long term, seems to have befallen you.
Yeah.
I lean over to Mayari and I'm like, did I miss something? Why is it so tense?
Okay, so here's the thing. Day, hearing you talk about that, I'm really sorry that you had to experience that all alone. Ember, what happened was that you blew up. I don't think it was your meaning to, but in doing that, I feel like a whole bunch of things happened that nobody meant for it to happen. And I'm sorry that I was short with you when I ran out to ask if you had figured out the information we needed. The reason I was doing that, and I hate that I sound like I'm making an excuse. I don't mean to be sounding like I'm making an excuse, but I guess it is kind of an excuse, and I should just say sorry, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
You
Zai
can
was a.
talk less.
Okay. Zai was gonna blow the place up. We needed to stop that.
Less. If you're going to make an apology, make an apology. If you're going to make an excuse, make an excuse. But please pick one.
Can I not apologize and give an explanation?
Which one is more important? That's up to you.
Mayuri will take a deep breath and kind of like sit back, shoulders drop. I'm sorry.
Thank you. You're forgiven.
All right,
Thank
drink.
Downs 2 immediately.
Some
Die will.
unknown fermented beverage.
So, I suppose the question is, what would you have for me now? I've done the task that has been assigned. The recipe has been acquired, and I'm sure if I continue to bang my head against this wall, I can make some changes in the factory. It will take time. Time I might not have taken before, but my family is still a respected member of this city and of the mercantile society. I'm sure in time I can fulfill my end of the bargain and see to it that changes are made. But in the meantime, I am at a loss how my time is to be spent.
Die.
Perhaps you can
I
go.
I
Go
have an
ahead.
idea.
You always do, Faye. Tell me your
I
idea.
I met someone who was incredible. Um, I met him when I was returning something that I had stolen. His name is Rasmus. He's an iron worker and he has the most incredible stories and pretty good tea.
I do enjoy tea and stories. Perhaps we can share some sometime.
I would love that.
Wait, to clarify, is that like us going to go get tea now and then talk it out? Or are we like
Oh,
drinking booze here?
I was led to believe that there was something I had lost that could be found here.
I am going to excuse myself. I will go get that for you. And just leave.
Yeah.
Retrieve the retractable, segmented walking stick that Dai left at the factory for that lady that I took from that lady.
Hmm.
Yeah.
A gift given finds its way back to me. Much like kindness in a way, wouldn't you think?
I would.
And I will take the stick and we'll take a seat at the bar. Take a deep breath and have a drink. So, what did I miss?
That's a conversation to be had in private, not right here. But
I feel like
first,
a bar is the perfect place for this kind of
Shadow
Shadow
conversation.
bending.
no, not. Oh god, I
Pardon?
check around to see if anybody heard that.
I mean, the bartender, just like this, like older gentleman, very much looks like retired soldier, kind of scarred up. But the moment that you look over, it's just like, yeah, I don't, right, this thing up
It's
here that I
a,
was getting, I didn't hear any of that.
it's a funny joke. Just a funny inside joke.
We're supposed to be positive about it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
None.
amazing.
Okay.
No, yeah, there was a. Oh, look what's over there. Amber stands up.
Perhaps
like
we
this.
should retire to another location before you regale me with your stories.
Can we take
Yeah.
the drinks with us?
Just still pretending to not notice, he just gives you this very subtle thumbs up.
And I assume I still have some pay left over from being a soldier. So I will put an extra like tip down, like, hey, it's like, whoa, it's wild the things that we don't hear, right? And then and then walk away.
Kim will
And,
also leave. I'll also leave a tip and just like wait until I make eye contact with the barkeep and just go. And leave.
Yeah,
I will
very
just
much just
match
quickly
both of your
collects the
tips casually and just follow. This
So,
seems like the thing to do.
where are you headed?
I feel like Ember walks back to his room. We had the conversation anyway.
I mean, they're a
Following
little
suit?
cramped to hold, 5 people, but
You'll just pile into his holding
Yeah.
cell.
Make yourself at home. I sanitized everything with fire. It's fine. So
Still warm. I can tell.
now you can do it, Faye. You're good.
Shadow bending.
Yeah.
It's so cool. I mean, I got hit by it first, but
Shadowbend? Shadows. That's
yes, because
shadows spawn
Mayari
from
might be possessed,
light.
or there could be a ghost in the city. I have no idea. Something's going on.
Okay, you're
Or they could be both.
allow
Should
me
we
to
say
consider.
more?
Allow me to
Okay.
consider one of these impossible things at a time, if you could, Faye.
All right.
Can we start from the beginning, please?
Yes.
Okay. So are you ready? So first we woke up yesterday, and then he doesn't start off that far, but he goes, we were out in the city last night after some stuff, and a airship crashed. I don't know if you saw that, or if you're aware of that happened. But an airship crashed out of the sky some bit away, and we went to go help the people who were fleeing that place. But Mayari and I don't think Faye, could you see them? No, right?
No.
There were some beings, some sort of creatures that apparently only, I'm assuming, benders can see.
Yeah.
That were harassing those who were fleeing the crashed airship. We saved some people, not without Mayari being in some bit of danger. And when we came to find Mayari, they were passed out on the ground inside of the airship. And then he's like handing it off to Mayari.
Yeah, I guess I had this on me. We'll hold up the soulstone necklace. Didn't have it before. Then had it on me. Got back here and woke up and felt weird. But wait, you ran into people before that. They told you stuff.
Oh yeah, on the way back, we ran into some of the people who were a part of the airship crew. I believe they were guards. They were transporting what I believe to be that. Maybe it's not confirmed. They didn't say. But they were like, "Is something? Did you take something dangerous from the airship?" And we were like, "No, we didn't." Because we didn't think we did at the time, and they were like, "It'd be bad if that got out." And then we were like, "Oh, okay. Well, I hope you find it." And then they went off to do whatever they're doing, guard stuff. And then we came back. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I punched Faye in the face with my shadow
Yeah.
on accident.
Yep. But it's for science. That's how you experiment.
Wasn't intentional. I think I was very confused about what was happening. I thought maybe I was like moving at a weird speed, or something. But now I can do this, and I'm gonna make the crude rabbit again.
I like light up some flames to make it even more prominent.
Well, that is certainly an interesting party trick.
Yeah.
You
I'm
went
just trying to figure out how to
into
do
a
it myself.
burning ship.
People
Yeah.
were in
Well,
danger.
It would not be the first time this group ran headlong into danger at the drop of a hat.
It was sort of my job on my life, so I'm kind of used to it.
Consider myself wholly unsurprised by this turn of events. It even involved fire. 2 for 2.
it did, but we didn't start this fire.
Was
was
it
always
always burning
burning.
since the world was turning?
The world was
Yeah.
turning.
This is the origin of this song in the episode.
we should start a band.
Out of character question,
Mhm.
the concept of soul stone just a thing that is known about? Because
Probably not by most people, but like
okay.
old malevolent spirits. And it's more of a wives' tale than anything. Of like, yeah, if you cleanse them from your home, then you keep the stone on you, and it keeps your house safe because the spirit is now safely locked away. But there might be some truth to that.
I see. Well, if it is something involving bending, then once again I am wholly unable to contribute. So it goes. But
The main thing is that there's some invisible beast running amok somewhere, and also the possibility of whatever was in that is either now possessing Mayari, which would be wild at some point if or is out in the city, or possibly both. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know that I feel possessed. Now, that's what Mayari says. GM, does Mayari feel possessed?
I don't know that Myri has ever been possessed to know what that would
Yeah.
feel like, but nothing feels different.
Yeah, I'm not possessed. I feel like I would know if I was possessed. So,
have you ever
whatever
been
this
possessed
is,
before?
I don't think so. No.
So how would you know if you were?
Well, I guess in thinking about having something that shouldn't be there, I feel like I would feel it, but maybe not. Has anyone else been possessed?
While
No.
Mayori is saying that, Dai is going to just take a swing at Mayori with his stick. Not with the intent of hitting her, just kind of seeing, like, is there any, like, weird reaction of a magical shadow thing, or it will stop before hitting her.
It's just
What are you doing?
Testing your reflexes. Or, more accurately, testing the reflexes of the thing that might be possessing you.
Well, clearly nothing is possessing me because nothing came out to protect me.
And now we
Have
know.
you tried all right, two things. One, do you have any memories that you didn't have before?
How would you know if you have a memory that you didn't have before?
Well, you would remember something that never happened to you.
Do I have
How would
any
you know that it
memories?
never happened to you if you remember it?
You're right. Hold on.
Do I have any memories of another form that is not me, but they feel like my memories.
There was that one time as a kid where you're pretty sure that you remember running away from home and then your parents came and found you, but that might be it.
Yeah, no, I think that's a legit memory. Yeah, nope. I think I have all my memories. Um,
Okay,
so yeah,
well, the second thing, have you tried meditating to maybe talk to see if there's a voice inside?
no. Do I just close my eyes and the
No, yeah, you
spirit
just yeah.
come
Have
to
we
me?
have we considered locating an expert on the spirit world? I would be surprised if such an individual did not exist in Republic City. We might have to do some digging. But before we spout out vague theories and wives' tales, if truly spirits are afoot, why not consult an expert on the matter?
You know, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I'm glad you thought of
I'm
that.
going to pat Day's shoulder, just like, I'm glad to have you back. And then I'm going to just slowly just kind of take the necklace from my eye. Like, if this is a dangerous artifact, even if it is empty, I don't want you to be the one holding it right now.
Okay.
Can I
I thought
can I
the
have
same.
it?
I'm pocketing it.
Mom's got it.
I'm, I'm just trying to get some shadow bending, okay? Um, you know, Fire Lord Zuko was pretty good. Spirit world stuff, I hear, but I'm not sure if we can get an audience with him.
Well, here we have
Perhaps
our in.
What?
You don't aren't you like bodyguard, best friend?
I was a
Best friend.
part of his
Best
security
friend.
force, but I've been since let
Per-
go from.
To
perhaps
Not
Fire
not.
someone
Lord Zuko?
perhaps
Yeah,
someone more
that's why I
local.
came here.
Wait, what day?
Perhaps someone more local that does not require us traveling to the Fire Nation and
No, he's
speaking with
here.
royalty.
No, he's here.
He is here.
That's why I'm here, because I was part of his security detail. But my commanding officer was like, "Go see the world," and now I'm here. So he's in the city for Avatar Aang's funeral.
Oh,
When is that? I feel like we got here pretty
We've
early.
only been here
If
for
it
like 3
hasn't
days.
happened.
Yeah, you were here a
How
good
time flies.
couple, like at least a month, maybe a little over before the actual like events, like the parade, the celebration, because it is more of a celebration than a funeral. But the entire thing is going to last a while.
hmm. Well,
Yeah, it's a whole big
Understandable.
thing.
if you can secure an audience with Fire Lord Zuko, but perhaps it might be better to consult someone a little farther down the royal lineage,
But
I mean,
still
like,
or
royal.
removed from the royal lineage.
oh, I was gonna
Support
say
local,
Iroh, but Iroh's dead.
sup-
Well, not the young one.
support local business. After all,
Do we know? I guess Di, since you're from here, do you know a spiritual person we can go to?
Hmm,
Or since you've been here longer, you haven't. You're not from here, but I
correct.
guess yes.
If I had to guess, if I scour my memories and talk to the inner voice within, happens to be named
Mind
Andrew.
I mean, there are certainly people kind of more of like the old style of healing, of connected to one's spirit. Uh, Much like everything else in Republic City, the the old ways are kind of just being left off to the sidewall to make room for renovation and for exploration and for new ways to do everything. But yeah, I would say that you'd know at least a couple that would fit that bill.
I do know a few, though given the current infrastructure renovations of the city, it may be best to speak to someone who is a bit more street level. Might be able to find us someone more reputable than my own passing recollection.
I
Faye,
immediately looked at Kim.
there is that tea shop owner that we know that Faye is friends with. Perhaps she may know of someone
Yes.
local.
True.
Or perhaps May. I know you've been integrating yourself with the locals. You perhaps know more about the city than I do.
Well, there's a lot of possibilities. We've got a lot of people we can talk to. Oh my gosh. I'm just glad you're back, Di, because I was ready to just start running looking for a ghost.
Hmm.
Yeah, that
Well,
would not have been great.
perhaps we
Oh,
can
don't we
put
have
that, perhaps we can put that as our backup plan if all else fails.
question?
Mhm.
I'm in a pretty good mood today, by the way, but I don't know if you can tell. But weren't we supposed to meet somebody like today?
Mm-hmm.
Pro bending.
Oh,
That was a thing,
right.
Very well. As I and Faye are not vendors, it does not necessarily make sense for us to accompany you on your meeting with this team manager. Faye and I can do some investigation into the spirits and find someone that might know more about the item in question, while the rest of you go about some doing your whatever it is that you've gotten yourselves involved in again.
Yeah.
May, if I could have the stone. Day just puts out his hand and looks.
I
Kim.
mean, I took it. It's in my pocket right now.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Sorry, Nicole, what's your character's name? I forgot. I'm sorry.
Kim.
Kim. Kim. The stone, please.
You gotta promise not to lose it.
I will.
Because I will want it back at the end of the day.
If it is within my power, I shall return the stone to you. That is all I can promise.
In all honesty, we probably have to give it back to those guards anyway at some point because
There's also the fact that you did, in fact, steal an artifact of great
we
importance.
didn't take it.
I didn't
It-
steal it.
It
I
quite
woke
literally
up with it
appeared.
on.
Involuntarily
appeared on the
or
neck.
otherwise, an item that should not belong to us, you specifically, is in your specifically possession.
Oh.
Kim just
Watch out for those things.
Yeah.
You can't see them, so
well, if they cannot see us, then I
no, they
suppose we have
can.
enough.
We can't see them,
Yeah, they
unfortunately.
can see you. You can't see them. So that is a
Well,
little.
then it is fortunate. Then it is fortunate for me that I am not a bender. They seem to have little interest in us non-benders.
I guess that's fair. Yeah.
And if they're connected to the stone, perhaps taking it away from our vendors might prove useful. If they are drawn to it, they will not be around you.
Yeah. Speaking of benders, I didn't get a chance to ask. Sorry, Di, this is going back to the factory stuff, and I know that was really crappy for you.
It's important. I'm assuming it's important.
Here's hoping. I don't know if y'all got this feeling, and Ember, I've been wanting to talk with you about it since it happened, because you kind of blew up on us. But I just got this feeling of like I was fighting it back sometimes, or I couldn't. There was just something not quite right, and I don't know if anybody else felt that in that space or not. I talked with Zai, but Zai didn't seem to feel it. I don't know.
Do you want me to tell you what happened before all of that?
Yeah, kind of.
I want to preface this by saying I've spent days upon days. There have been times when I haven't slept, right? Honing my ability to control my fire. And he stabs his fingers and he forms like a dragon and makes it fly around. I've worked to do this. I never lose control. But that person hated benders for some reason. And I don't know how she did it.
No.
But she made my bending go out of whack.
She was not responsible, Ember.
How do you know that?
I was there when I offered her my hand, and I offered her my staff. We shared. I am very good at intuiting people's intentions, their emotional states. It's a knack I have. She was just as scared and confused and hurt as all of us. Whatever was going on, whatever affected your bending, whatever caused the chaos in that factory, she had no hand in it.
Yeah,
I promise
you can
you
make
this.
speculations all you want, but I know what happened to me.
You
I know
know,
what I
you
felt.
you know what you felt. You know the outcomes. You don't know the source. It is important not to project blame onto others unless you have hard evidence of their actions. Now, if you can prove the mechanisms by which she affected your bending, I will believe you.
Tell me, can you prove that she didn't, other than just I looked at her?
Can you prove that she did, besides the fact that you think she did?
Well, then I guess we're at an impasse. Either she did or she didn't. I guess neither of us can prove it.
Did anyone see anyone else around or see anything else weird?
Well, I don't know. The city is currently inhabited by invisible spirits that have it out for benders. Fancy that.
Do you think that could have been some kind of precursor to the airship crash? Like, are there a bunch of bender hating spirits about in the city and they I don't even know what I'm saying right now.
This is certainly something that extends beyond all of us, perhaps even those we think responsible for such events. But it's important to stick with what we do know and what evidence we have. And what we have is a strange stone that magically appeared on your person and granted you otherworldly abilities, potentially related to spirits. So we will pursue the spirit angle, and if that yields nothing, we can return to guessing the source. Whether or not it be some form of technological device or mechanism within that factory that is, what I admit would be beyond my knowledge, perhaps all of our knowledge, except maybe Faye. I don't know. Faye is very good at technology.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
But for now, we have a stone, or we have what are presumably spirits, and the three of you have an appointment.
Okay.
Good luck, superstars. I look forward to
Good.
seeing your name. I look forward to seeing your names in the papers once you make it big.
Yes.
All right, Kim, you got to handle the talking. I'm not a business person at all.
Yeah.
Clearly,
Good
I'm
because
not
luck.
even the one
Ember
who
let this
started this. I'm
individual
not the
go,
person who started this.
didn't get a name, didn't. I don't even know if you got the address of the warehouse.
I think we explicitly got the address, but nothing else.
Nothing else. We're
He
about to
didn't give
walk
it.
into
It was like
a
meet
random
me
restaurant.
here. Yeah.
Ah, yes. 123 Sketchy Warehouse Avenue.
Yes,
Yeah.
oddly named.
Where
Home
do you-
sweet home. Let's get it.
I don't. You know, I got no worries at all. Everything's gonna be fine.
What could
We're
go
making
wrong?
sketchy warehouse jokes. We literally live in the sewer right now.
We did.
Yeah, we live at 124 Sketchy Warehouse Avenue.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it'd be like that sometimes.
It's an upgrade.
It's a nice side of Sketchy Warehouse Avenue.
So who is turning to open the door to leave?
Lee?
I hate that question.
I guess Ember
Kit
does. Oh, rock paper scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors. Okay.
Actually, realistically, given how the flow of the conversation was, it would probably be die. With die sense, like die ending with just like I expect to see your name in the papers. Turn, open door.
That's
Whatever happens.
You hit something. You open the door. Someone just goes tumbling back away from the door.
Someone.
Someone.
So, who is it? I have eyes. What's going on? Who is this?
In that moment, the doors open maybe like 4 or 5 inches. They were clearly like against the door, listening, and the door just smacked them in the head.
The bartender.
Anything you would
I
like
would-
to do before just ripping that door the rest of the way open?
Oh.
No, Die will just like open, like Die will like slip his head out and just be like, "Oh, did I hit someone?" Like that's weird.
I would like to rely on my skills and training.
Oh god.
A fireball just erupts from that room.
Because I imagine I hear the door hit something. When it
You would all
opens.
hear that impact, yeah.
So I'm gonna roll focus. Ooh, that's great. It's a 6 and a 5.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty good.
Plus 2, so that is 13.
Yeah. What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to gain a new insight.
I think the sound of metal, a specifically crafted metal, like hitting the stone floor, kind of echoing, that sound would immediately tell you this is Shen, who was eavesdropping at your door.
You just hear Ember go. It's Chin.
As Dai's head just
Shen?
pokes out.
Who is this man again?
Shen, it's the young girl that we accosted some officers in order to defend.
Yeah.
That Faye totally was like, I invited this girl back to my room one night.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's Faye's lady
It's
friend.
Faye's
Hello.
girlfriend.
It's Faye's girlfriend.
Okay. Kim is opening that door wide
Hey,
open.
we're also
and coming
opening
out.
the door.
We're all like, Faye's girlfriend.
Yeah,
Great.
staring up at
Shipping,
all of you.
every shipping neuron activates.
Yeah.
Shen's still kind of just rubbing the side of her head. Clearly now a bruise starting to form around her temple.
Well,
Mom mode is activated. Just like, I didn't know it was you.
Oh, hello, Shen. It's been a hot minute. How are you?
Gotta watch where you're swinging doors at.
Okay, but maybe
Anyone
don't
could be
creep.
walking by here.
I believe it is prudent to watch one's head near doors.
Yeah, we'll let bygones be bygones and like just kind of picks yourself
Yeah.
up.
Hmm.
Well,
And I'll dust her off a little. If
nice
she
to
tries
see
to
you all
leave,
again.
put my
Faye,
arm on
nice to
her
see you.
shoulder.
It
Nice to
seems
see
you
you too.
seems you are keenly interested in our conversation.
No, I was just walking by, and then turns and has started to walk away.
I'm gonna send my water in my flask out and freeze her feet to the floor.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
no. 1 sec here. I'm gonna like walk over and stand in front of Shen.
The team bullies another person.
But team bullies
Sorry.
a child.
Sorry.
You can put her
Just,
arm around her.
Yeah. So what all did you hear?
Nothing important.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
Leaning
And
against the wall, throwing a fireball up and down.
why exactly were you creeping by our room?
I came to look for Faye. Like taps the metal arm. Still not working right. Thought maybe a new set of eyes could maybe help out. Heard way too many people talking from one room, and I got curious.
Uh huh.
I would like to do something.
Please.
The
I
mischief in
would
that
like
voice.
to. I like to do furrowed brow, which gives me one focus, and suspicious mind.
Ooh.
When you
Ooh.
watch a person carefully to figure them out, roll with focus. Any succeeds, I could ask them 1-for-1 questions.
Okay.
Let's get it.
Do I roll twice? Yeah. Yeah. This is the
Yeah.
D6.
Yeah.
I believe in you.
And that's a 10 total.
Nice.
Get
So
the
I
whole
gotta
two.
ask them 2 questions. First question. Are they telling the truth?
Absolutely telling the truth. As far as coming here to talk to Faye, hearing that there were a bunch of people talking in a room, and coming to eavesdrop. That part is absolutely true.
Faye, you gotta keep your girlfriend.
Great.
And because I have another one, why not? What are you worried about?
Ooh.
Her arm never working properly again.
I'll give her a pat on the shoulder. But, like, she's good.
Okay. I'll
She's good.
unfreeze the feet.
Thanks. Look, you're all busy. You got stuff going on. I'm gonna.
No, Shen. And Faye is gonna like start to talk, but then turn towards Dai and say, I've got an idea. So one of the people that I met, the person with the stories and the tea and the food, um, he's been around here for a long time. He also knows how to work with metal and iron. And so maybe we could take care of two things. We could take Shen there and he could have a look and maybe he could point us in the direction of someone who knows spirits.
Well, that sounds highly efficient. And it would also give you a chance to perhaps take a look at Shen's equipment yourself.
Yeah,
I know
absolutely.
Whoa,
actually you haven't
phrasing. All right, phrasing.
Oh, we have already made a joke about Faye inviting you back to his room. No, it's a whole
No,
thing.
there was. I don't know what he
It was
told
for
you, but no.
privacy.
Yeah, it was just the way he didn't say anything. By the way, he's still tossing a fireball up and down. Just now, just 'cause it's fun. he's like
No,
he's
it's
like
fun.
he adds two more. He's like juggling them. He's like, no, it's because the way Faye phrased it was just but he
It
didn't
was
say anything untoward. Trust, he's too nice for that.
Faye is an absolute gentleman. I'm sure you'll be in excellent hands.
Okay.
That being said, Faye, why don't you lead Shen and I to this metalworking individual while our bender friends acquaint themselves with the professional game?
Mayari, the middle of this conversation, as you know, things are de-escalating very clearly. You see Shen just with that mechanical arm just reach up and it just goes straight for Faye's throat and just like picks him up and just sends him against the wall.
Ooh, yeah, no, immediately. I feel like almost I don't know if this feels right, GM, let me know, but I feel like instinctually the shadow would reach out and like pull back the arm or like, attempt to essentially try to stop that or something.
Your shadow reaches out and just kind of like smacks her like right in the side of the temple. And you all just see Mayari just smack Shen for no reason. Just as you were all about to turn, that shadow lashes out and just smacks her in the side of the face.
What the hell, Shen?
What?
Chill
What?
out.
What
Mayari,
was that for?
Why did you do that?
Violence
What
is
are you
never
talking-
the answer.
Yeah,
What are you
no,
talking
why
about?
did you?
Shen was just choking Faye.
What?
Why would
What?
she do that? They're like a thing.
Yeah, I mean,
Just-
unless it was, I don't think it was that kind of choking.
Okay, we're.
Yeah, well,
Ow!
that is. Yeah, that was that. Anyway,
I, n- I mean,
Inappropriate day.
wait a second. No one else saw Shen choking Faye?
No, because
No,
I
we
didn't.
just saw you smack Chin for no
Well,
reason.
not you, but you.
the thing that you're
Yeah.
definitely not possessed by.
Don't
Yeah, I'm.
say it now that we're out of the room.
It's fine.
I
I'm not
mean,
going to tell anyone. Just stop hitting me.
No, I'm sorry.
I feel the darkness is out of the candle. To not to put too fine a point
That's
on
a
it.
good one. I like that one. Yeah.
Oh, it was terrible. Actually, I'm never saying that.
No,
But thank you.
I support it. Yeah.
We could
If
give it a go another time.
We'll workshop that one.
Oh, circle back. I don't know what you thought, but it's not what happened.
Okay, it's fine. Everything's fine. We're gonna go pro bend. Sorry, Shen. And Mayari's walking away.
How are you all so much stranger than I am? How is that possible?
But just kind of roll with the flow. We just kind of go with what happens. Just let.
You can't say you guys. A couple more conversations, and you're gonna be one of us. I look forward to it. I'm also going to catch up with Mayari.
We'll turn and just follow as we split off.
Split the pot.
And I think before we do that, we can stop here, take a quick break, give everyone a chance to grab a drink, stretch your legs, strategize a little, figure out where we're going, what we're doing, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. See you soon, everyone. And welcome back. Where we left off, we had done the thing that every good party should do, and it always works out well. We split the party.
Yes.
Oh.
Three
Best
of our
thing.
number went off to go track down 123 Shady Street or whatever it was. The other half went to go have a chat with a lovely former member of the Fire Nation militia. I think we'll jump over to our pro bending team, our soon-to-be famous pro bending team.
Yes.
Love it. Get on with it.
Not one of us asked for the address from the others.
No, I got it from Faye. I got it from Faye for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been super excited about it.
Okay. Let's boogie. Let's do it.
Three of you take to the
I
streets.
can't see anything.
Now, all packed with people, all that familiar noise that you're all getting used to, the different smells, the sound of the ships making dock, and hundreds of crates of cargo being loaded and unloaded. We make our way across the city, finding the address, and seeing a familiar face out front. That old man that was so excited to talk to you, that was so excited to recruit you into the pro-bending ring, sitting outside with an older woman who is much shorter. She stands maybe 5 feet tall at the most. And the two look like they've been hard at work renovating the outside of this warehouse.
As we walk up, Ember goes, "Wow, you two look like you've been hard at work at renovating the outside of this warehouse."
Maybe the inside. You don't know that.
Yes. Welcome. Dear, this is the team that I was talking about. Oh, you should have seen that firebending display. Oh, it was glorious. Yes, welcome. It's.
Oh, please stop, but keep going.
I am Imak Lin, and this is my wife, May Lin.
Ember, nice to meet you.
Oh, yes,
Hi, Ari.
we know about you. My Ari, pleasure to meet you.
Kim Tomo.
Kim Tomo, yes, of course. Well, not just stand out here, but please, step in. And they just like throw the doors open, just these double doors leading inside to what was definitely just an empty warehouse like a week ago. Now has like mats and second-hand training equipment, and like dummies have been set up. A mock arena has been set up.
I'm gonna sidle up next to Kim as we're walking in and go like, do you know them? Oh, did it feel a little weird? It's just, I don't know if I'm just seeing things now, because evidently I'm seeing things now, but I felt a weird reaction for a moment.
I don't know a lot of people, but a lot of people know me, so it could be one of those situations.
Okay, but like, what do you mean by that?
I am a businesswoman at heart, from a family of business people. This isn't my first venture in Republic City, and I know people from here. So I wouldn't be surprised if they knew of me at least.
Cool. More on that later.
I don't think there is more on that, honestly.
Embers, those two are kind of hanging behind, and you're catching just little bits of the conversation. You're led in, shown all of the equipment, like shown that this arena is perfectly the exact size of the actual arena, and just like clearly they're both very excited, maybe too excited, like they're compensating for something.
So, how many teams do you all manage?
Well, none. We used to manage a team. Things happened, a relationship deteriorated, they took on a new contract, they moved on, and it sort of put a damper on our reputation.
Well, here's to, hoping this goes well then.
Yes. Well, don't know if you had any plans on getting warmed up or whatnot, but we do know we still have some friends in the bending circles. We had planned to call them to let you test out your footing, see where you stand, see how much training we need to do.
All right,
Potential
that sounds
red.
good. Yeah. If would you two? And he looks at Mayari and Kimmy. Do you two need to warm up? I would like to warm up personally.
Sure, I guess. Do like
Wouldn't hurt.
a little stretch.
Okay.
Uh, are there like uniforms that we need to have on? Or can we do it in this? Like, this is kind of like custom made. It helps the way I. If there's a uniform, I just need it, also made in a similar
we
way.
were planning on getting to meet you and, seeing your capabilities before we had uniforms made.
That's fair. Yeah, that's actually quite fair.
If you would all like to warm yourselves up, get ready. How about a good old rely on your skills and training?
Fun.
Right.
Oh, I can't read.
I just
Took
did
off
good
my
on
glasses. Just focus.
Focus, yeah.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
go.
Focus, focus. Ooh,
I
okay.
rolled a 6 and a 5 again, so that's another 13.
I dropped it. Here you go.
12.
Beautiful.
That is an 8.
8 is still a hit. So, while you're warming up for your very first technical match of pro bending, because you all did at least roll a hit, at any point you can choose to do 2 moves at once instead of just one. It is one time only.
Ooh.
But the 3 of you prepare yourselves, get nice and limber, testing out your bending, just making sure that you're not going to pull anything. And you see a trio of individuals enter the gym and, go over, hug the married couple, chat for a few moments, and they look at you all, and they smile and wave. They clearly have uniforms. They are clearly a team. They are already members of Pro Bending and are here to assist, to help you get your footing.
I'd like to do a move.
Yes.
I'd like to judge a rifle.
Oh!
Let's
it.
get it.
Okay.
So I'm
Okay.
gonna roll with focus. Come on. So that's 8.
Trying to get to
So I
your
get to
playbook.
ask one question.
Yeah, go for
What are your weaknesses?
it.
Nice.
Well, I will give you a little description of this trio. The
Mhm.
first one, who introduces herself as Kira. Younger, fiery red hair that's pulled back into a very tight ponytail. Has a very similar look that Ember wears a lot of the time. Just this very confident, very determined look. Almost maybe too confident sometimes. But she's still very friendly. She is clearly agile. She clearly has the body of someone who trains for this on the daily. You have Ryu, more quiet, more reserved, fully shaved head, definitely bigger, sturdier built. Clearly an earthbender. Kira, of course, being a firebender. And then you have Jaya. Kind of in between as far as builds go, not as thin and agile as Kira, but not as bulky as Ryu. Um, Seems more to study you than anything. Is very much just kind of measuring you, watching your movements, constantly calculating. So which one?
The one who's staring.
Kira.
The last one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jaya.
Kira's weakness. Probably overconfidence.
Hmm. I pull at whatever point during our warm up, I like go over to I like kind of like work my way over to my Ari, and I go, that one seems to be a little too arrogant. It just keeps going.
Gotcha. Cool. I will walk by Kim and pass on the message. That one, little cocky.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, they do come over, all kind of reaching their hands out to shake yours. Kira, seeming to be the leader. Well, hey there. We're here to help you out. Someday we might be competition. You never know. Keep your eye out for the blazing cyclones, and they all go into like their stage poses, and then I'll just kind of laugh about it.
Ember is very impressed, but he doesn't say anything. He's like, okay.
It's all showmanship. Seriously, half of pro bending is just showmanship. It's making the crowd on your side. Just, it's good to have people, that aren't on the field, coaches, medical staff, whatever, team that's supporting you from the sidelines. Very important. But yeah, I'm Kira. This is Ryu, and this is Jaya. We're gonna be your opponents today. Help size you up and see if this is the life for you.
Hi, I'm Ember.
Ember?
Mayari.
Mayari? Waterbender?
No.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh. Okay. You got me.
I try.
Makes you the Earthbender then. Looking at Kim.
Yes.
Oh,
I'm Kim. Reach out my hand.
the individual, kind of the more bulky one that seemed stoic coming in, now is very clearly enamored. Just like watching you, just like when you go to reach your hand out towards Kira, he just reaches out and takes it. Hey, Rio.
Rio, nice to meet you.
Yeah, same. We're both earth benders. That's cool. Yeah.
Very cool.
Shipping neurons activated.
Immediately fire. I know I've already come up with a name, but keep going. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Kira just like turns him and just like pushes him towards the other side of the arena. All right. So, three of you know the basic concept. Try to shove the other team at the back of the arena. Try not to get knocked off. Pretty simple.
Yeah, that sounds simple enough.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Are there any things you can't do?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you probably shouldn't go up and, just straight up sock someone.
Sure.
Okay, cool.
But,
Cross that
yeah,
off the
stick
list.
to your bending. Once someone is clearly falling out, don't, send a cheap shot after them. Once they're out, they're out.
Mm-hmm.
Try not to
All of
hurt
your
anyone
bending?
too bad. What's that?
Oh, I just all of your bending. Like it's all
I guess
all
so.
cool. Right.
I don't,
Um,
sure. Clearly
if
confused
I
by the
want
statement.
like make ice, do I just have to keep it liquid water? Can I air it?
Oh, no, you're fine.
Yeah.
Do
Okay, great.
whatever you got to do.
Can I sit? If I need to sit.
Yeah, you can sit.
Okay, cool.
All right. Well, let's let's get a little warmed up and just see how we're all feeling. And they'll line up on their side of the arena.
All right, we got this. We're the team. And like puts a fist bump on either side of him.
I am gonna kick up some pro bending music here.
Yes.
That's pro bad.
As the three of you line up across from your opponents. And for everyone that has played this game, these are totally homebrew rules. Just, I don't think pro bending is in the rules, so we are making it up as we're going.
Wait.
So, I'm going to roll for the opponents to see what they are doing.
Oh no, it's for real this time.
It's happening. I'd like to note that Ember gets really competitive as soon as it starts. Like, he's like,
I
He's
am
so-
too. I'm blood in the water right now.
yeah, we were friends before, but now they're gonna get it.
Were we friends before we just met them?
Their actions are set, and real simplified description of what's about to happen is a game of rock, paper, scissors. The goal is to, of course, win attacks to push the opponents back until they're out of the arena without being pushed back yourself. So, the only difference from our practice is that if you choose to defend, you can defend an ally. Your defense just does not have to cover only you. But if you defend an ally, obviously that leaves you open to attack.
Yeah.
So, would any of you like to attack, and who are you attacking?
I would like to attack. I would like to attack Kira.
Gotcha.
Right out of the gate.
Okay.
I will
Very good.
also attack Kira.
So you're supporting Ember.
Yeah.
I am going to. What am I doing? I'm going to defend Ember.
Okay. Well, as a whistle is blown, all six of you just burst into motion. Kira just immediately calling up this wall of fire in front of her, while two of you just launch water and earth in just these spiral patterns, which hits the wall of fire. And Ryu is going to use a move. As that wall of fire is extinguished by your attack, you see that it's Ryu standing behind it, not Kira.
Ooh.
And that attack is just blocked. It does push Ryu back one space, but that leaves the other two to both throw their attacks into Mayari.
Oh no!
Well,
As Mayari throws out that stream of water and is just slammed by earth and fire and just goes tumbling back two spaces.
Alright, I'm in the last ring, y'all.
You are in the last ring. Ryu
Oh my
is in the
God.
middle ring. Everyone else is rolling again. Okay. Who would like to attack?
question. We can use like our moves, right? Like our fighting techniques, or no?
Probably not your fighting techniques, but
Gotcha.
like basic moves, yes. If you want to use a move to try to help, absolutely.
Awesome.
I think Mayari is really frustrated. She's gonna sit down and she is gonna fire off. I'm gonna use my warm-up extra move, and I'm gonna send two attacks at Ryu, since Ryu is closest to being knocked down.
Ooh, absolutely.
If I'm going down, I'm taking someone with me.
Ember's going to defend Mayari.
Okay. Kim?
Kim is going to attack.
Ooh,
Who was it that I already forgot all of their names.
Ryu is the
Ryu.
one that's pushed back.
I'm double going
The
after
one
you.
the one who caused Mayari to get pushed back.
That would be Kira.
Yeah, I got it out for Kieran.
Kira, seeing this attack, immediately just arms cover in fire, just braces herself as your discs of earth hit and just shatter. The attack and defense nullifying each other. Ryu, however, throws a wall up in front of Jaya, anticipating an attack over there, and gets pummeled by Mayari, who just sends him absolutely flying out the back of the arena. You're blocked. That leaves Ryu, who is just stomps the ground, causes those discs to rise up, and just throws them straight into Mayari with the intent of sending you off. But Ember is blocking for you. There's only two left, and they are clearly having the time of their lives. They are smiling. Even Ryu, who is still trying to pick himself up off the ground, is absolutely just beaming with joy.
I'm going to attack. Who was it? Jira?
Sure. The waterbender.
Yes. Ember's going to throw out a fireball.
Yeah.
I will support that. I'm going to send some water up to slick the floor.
Ooh, love it.
I'm going to defend.
Who are you defending?
Mayari.
Just immediately after you toss out that spray of water and then cause it to freeze, there's just a rock wall in front of you. They're both attacking. They just kind of split up to two ends of the arena, just throwing water and fire that zip around, both targeting Ember.
Ooh.
This does mean that Ember and Jaya both get knocked back to the last part of the ring. As they, hit the ground almost simultaneously, come to that skidding stop. Jaya just, looks up, locks eyes with you, Ember, and is smiling. Just, nothing but respect and joy in this moment.
Ember's also smiling, but joy, but also some weird battle junkie.
Yeah.
Bloodlust and adrenaline running behind Kim's eyes right now.
Yeah, that's right.
So, checking in, ring 1, Kim and Kira are still in the first ring.
Yes.
Okay. And then everybody else who's
Is in the
up,
very
Ember,
far
Jaya,
back
Mayari. Great. Okay, great.
Wait, who was in the first one? Kira?
Kira. You and Kira
Right,
are still
okay.
face to face.
Okay, yeah. Like I said, I've got it out for her now.
So, who's attacking?
I am.
You're just going straight at Kira.
I'm gonna support
No
him
hesitation.
in getting Kira down.
And I'm going to defend Mayari.
Well, Kira is going to use a move, which is going to be, even as the three of you are starting to react, just whip out with this sweeping kick. And before you can defend, Ember is hit by just this wave of fire and just goes tumbling back.
Ember!
Jaya does
Remember
defend
me.
her captain, but since the two of you support it, is still going to knock her back one. So that leaves Kim in the first ring. That leaves Mayari in the third ring. That leaves Kira in the second ring, and Jaya in the third ring.
Alright. I'm gonna share a look with Kim. That's gonna be like, I'm going down, but I'm gonna take this other person in that other ring form with me, and you've got that showdown, but I believe in you. All of that is communicated in a glance.
Absolutely.
We've known each other long enough. I know that look.
And I will attack. I will send up. I'll try to conjure something that looks reminiscent of my blobby rabbit. I'm trying this new thing where I'm trying to create this water being that's then going to kind of send a jet out of its hand toward Jaya.
Kim?
I'm going to attack Kira.
The two of you split the attacks. Jaya is going to use her move and kind of like reaches out, kind of creating this curved barrier, and is going to draw Kim's attack onto her. So the both of you just absolutely obliterate her, who just goes flying back, gets caught by Ryu, who's just like ready. Two of them just slam into each other and just getting to the ground. Which means that Mayari, this burst of fire that jets out, is going to hit you, send you out of the ring.
Oh.
Leaving us with just Kim and Kira.
You got this, I believe in you.
Kim, have you used your training move double tap yet?
I haven't.
Yeah.
Have I? No. So yeah, I'm just gonna do that.
You could just do 2 attacks?
Two hardcore, one right after the other.
Absolutely. He is not going to take any fatigue to get an extra move. He is going to defend, but just this barrage of stone, one after the other, causes her just step after step to be pushed back until that final step is out of the boundary of the arena.
Kim.
This echoing cry of Kim, Kim. Even the opponents that are still, picking themselves up, just start matching your echo of Kim, Kim.
I'm good at fighting for once.
You're kind of patting down the flames on her uniform. Comes over to you, Kim, and just holds out a hand.
Good game.
It's impressive. You're gonna be a challenge once you get a few matches under your belt. Damn.
Thank you.
Hope you're watching that, old man. Got a hell of a team on your hands. The old couple's just like kind of silently cheering from the back. Well, we're to go get some lunch and tend to our shattered egos.
It was good playing with you.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll see you in the actual arena. It'll be fun.
Looking forward to it.
Ember will go up to Kira and go, good game.
You got some moves. You got some training?
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't like to brag, but years and years of mastering my craft. It's nothing big, just something we all do,
Yeah,
you got some moves yourself.
I think we've had similar training.
Oh,
Just kind of gives you that knowing look. It smiles. We'll catch up again sometime.
yeah.
And they'll turn to leave with Ryu, of course, stopping by Kim, just very awkward, like starts to hold out a hand to shake your hand, and then like brings it back and like goes for a high five, and it's like, I, that that was really good. You're really good.
You weren't too bad yourself. It's very sweet of you. Hope we
Thank,
see more of each
thanks.
other.
I would like that. Yeah, that would be that. It is just like Kira just comes up, grabs the back of his uniform, and just starts pulling him away.
Ember's next to Mayuri going, ooh.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, your first unofficial match as pro benders was a victory.
Yes.
We did it.
So
Yeah,
cool.
Mayari will go up and like start to like look like she's gonna go in for a hug, and then just kind of like, yeah, you got it. That was cool.
I'm going to
I've-
hug Mayari.
Okay. She won't resist. She'll enfold in the hug. you
You did good, kid. You did good.
you did the best. Ember, you did good too.
Ember,
No, yeah, I'm fine. No, I'm great. No, it's good. High five. He like holds up a high five for both of them.
All right, all
Wait,
right.
what?
That was that's what I expected. That this we're a team. This year we're gonna go all the way. I know it.
Yeah.
So
To all the way to what?
championships,
Oh, there's a championship? Oh, that's cool.
of course. It comes with all kinds of perks. Let me tell you. But we do have a little bit of housekeeping to go over.
Okay.
We do have a contract for you to sign, saying that you won't go and find some other trainer once you start to get, a little bit more famous and just abandon us.
I looked to Kim.
I would never. Once I find someone, I stick with them. No matter what.
Okay.
I mean, if these two are going to be here for the long haul, so will I.
All right. And like pulls out the paperwork, which is maybe like 15 pages. As to not make us all sit here and discuss signing contracts, as entertaining as that would be, the gist of the contract is that yes, they are your sole trainer. They technically own the team, they own the name, and should you want to go compete under a different pro bending team, then you couldn't like use any merchandise or names or like signature moves. All of that would have to be left behind. You'd forfeit your right to it. Up until you enter the big tournament. Once that tournament is over, you have the option of renewing the contract or letting it expire.
Okay. In which case, you could own the moves or whatever else you're doing.
Yeah.
The team name. Okay. Seems
Yeah,
good.
fine. Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
I mean, we're just meeting you after you told us your warehouse and then told us to meet you here in the morning and try out this. You're not like, there's not some criminal underbelly, or you're not some like, dark spirit entity or anything like that, right? It's just you're chill.
They just
Just
stare
wanna
at
be-
you.
She's been through a lot in the past 48 hours.
Yeah, I'm just
This is
checking.
the first time she's gotten some sun.
I mean, no. She has a point. Like, these are good questions to ask. Also, like, you won't like all of a sudden be like, go find yourself in the world, right? Like, also, like, you won't be like, hey, you don't do this anymore. Go find yourself. Like, that won't be a thing either. Like,
gonna put my hands on both of their shoulders to like
Scarred children.
What has happened to you three?
they have individually been through a lot.
What?
And I'm the only one with actual like business connections and experience. So just don't mind their little questions.
Okay.
It'll be fine.
No, we're not criminal masterminds. Like gestures towards the clearly run-down warehouse. I don't know. We're not dark spirits. Not that I know of.
Well,
And I don't. I'm not gonna tell you to go find yourself. Is that what you said?
yeah. Also, you also don't have any like abilities and/or devices that will make our bending go haywire.
Oh yes, that one too. That's very important.
Kids,
are
we're gonna
you?
need to have a conversation about appropriate things to say to people in public.
I feel like these are
Later.
good questions to ask. I mean, I don't know.
These are questions that shouldn't need to be asked and should not be expected.
Yeah,
You can't just pull
exactly.
these out of nowhere.
No.
Okay, are we signing?
I'm taking the pens. I'm signing for everyone.
They are flabbergasted and kind of impressed that you would even need to ask these questions.
It's better if you don't ask questions about their questions, honestly.
I've seen some things and some stuff. I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay.
Seeing, don't recommend.
Okay. Yes.
So about the contracts, is this all you need us to sign?
Yeah, typically there would be a fee for using the gym, but since we're mutually benefiting, I think we can waive that.
Nice. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Oh, does it come with a team name, or do we pick what the pick? Are we?
Oh, I have always found that it is far better for the team to pick the name that best suits them as a team rather than us trying to force a name on you that doesn't fit.
Okay, great. I feel like Faye and Di would have very good input on a name, so we should.
Who's
I feel
that?
like they'd be good namers. There are management coach, morale boosters,
Good. Yes.
planners.
They're part of the team,
We'd love to meet the rest of the team.
if not the fighters.
Whenever
Yeah.
they feel like coming by, happy to meet them.
Yeah, well, probably next time. Do we have like a scheduled practice? Is that a thing?
But we'll be here every day, every morning. Hopefully train for a few hours. Get some more disciplined moves under your belt. You certainly have the raw potential. We just need to refine it a little.
Oh, okay. Actually, there's a question that I feel like. So sometimes we go out and we do things to hopefully help. That's the idea. And I sometimes the schedule's a little funky. Is it okay to miss some practices, or is this like a hard
Yes, you're not
contract you
beholden
need
to us to be here every day. You need days
Okay.
off, of course.
Okay. Seems
Yeah,
good.
wonderful. Yeah, sometimes I have have things to do, and that I
Yes, we all
can't quite
do.
talk about, confidential information. But
Well, I think that is enough for today. There are showers in the back if you would like. Like, hands you a set of keys. Just lock up when you're ready to leave.
That's actually great because we've been living in a sewer, so I don't know. I'll go start going back immediately.
My Yari!
Living in why are his wife just puts like a hand in his arm and just
it's
pulls
not
him
as
away.
stinky as you think.
To the showers now, both of you.
Maybe we just got used
Go
to
get
it.
cleaned up.
May does wait for the other two to turn before kind of like, coming up to you, Kim. Do tell your family hello for us. And then turn to leave. And the three of you are left to shower, to get changed, and just ride the high of winning your first unofficial match.
Yes.
Nobody sees this, but Ember totally does that thing where he like doesn't use a towel to dry off. He just like steams, steams off.
Powerful.
Well, I think with
Love
that, we can hop over to the other half of our team.
Just
Yeah.
before we continue,
Mhm.
I'm just imagining, imagine you're just like, wow, look at these cool athletes I met. Certainly, they're just normal people and cool athletes, but I can sign on a team, and then you get hit with this.
Mhm.
How do you even react to that?
Him is. I want to know the entire time whatever they're doing is happening. I am going to be giving both of them just a huge lecture on just things you do not say outside of the sewer.
Sewer is sacred.
What happens in the sewer?
Sewer
stays.
is a safe place.
Yeah.
Only the sewer. You have to act like normal people when you get out of there.
Sewer
Unacceptable.
Sewer is life.
All right.
Oh,
Over to our other trio. We are headed deeper into the market district, finding that same blacksmithing shop. I need to roll for Zwak.
this is now
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's
go.
7.
Where is
Seven
he?
a hit?
Where is he? There he is.
Right here.
My boy.
I think 7 is a hit.
Oh, okay.
7 to a 10 is a hit.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
7 through 9 and 10 plus.
I have a nifty trinket table now.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Zwack.
It's just another bar of metal. Let's go.
Great.
Would
It's another
you,
spirit stone.
Matt, roll a D1000, please.
A D1000.
That's a big number.
Ooh.
Okay, let's go. All
You
right,
can do
here
it.
we go. That's a. Oh my gosh. That's 444.
444.
I was expecting like a 420.
Oh yeah. I wish.
No, it would have been a completely different scream if it was.
Yeah.
444.
It's in between 443 and 445.
Cast iron pan, engraved and carved with a heart inside.
Oh my gosh.
A heart.
Zwak just
Okay.
comes waddling up beside you, wearing it like a helmet.
I
Oh.
love my Valentine's Day cast iron.
It was made with love.
Apparently.
I'd like to take this off of Zwak's head and initially consider reprimanding because, I'm trying to change. But then I see the heart and I'm like, hang on. And I'll slip it into my robes and try to look for the right moment.
Well, you are, of course, leading this expedition. Eventually hearing the sounds of, someone very delicately, forging little bits of metal, as you had seen him doing the first time you met. It looks like, strips of silver that's getting ready to be forged into, fine plates, fine cups, silverware, very, very much detail work.
Great. I imagine at this moment, with the potential gift in hand, Faye has been thinking about that more than what he's supposed to be doing, and so with no tact, he immediately knocks on the door very loudly and says, "Rasmus, are you here?"
You
The
hear
normal.
some tools hit the table and not like thrown, just like set down. The goggles are pulled off, set in the table. Turns to look. Oh, it's you.
Yes,
Didn't expect you'd be back so soon.
it's good to see you.
Come in. Yes.
Of course. I have some friends to introduce you to.
Yes. I'm happy to. Friends of yours, friends of mine. Come in.
Hopefully both. In this case, this is Dai Zizen. I'm sure you've heard. I mean,
Last name is very familiar. Yes.
yes, of course. This is my. I mean, would it be a stretch to say like sensei? I mean, I feel like I've learned so much already.
I am but a friend. Nothing
friend.
more, nothing less.
A friend say.
Sensei.
And this is Shen. She was the one I told you about. I was hoping you might be able to help.
Know of Shen, yes.
You do?
Just like she just pokes out from behind you. Hey again. Don't touch anything this time. No promises. You didn't tell me that this is where you were taking me.
This is my friend. He can help.
He's also called the police on me many times.
What did you do?
I stole some tools.
Okay, so... Alright, it sounds like you deserved it this time.
Got the point.
I just want... Look. Your arm's acting up. I'm not good enough to fix it. I think he might be. If you please, just can you promise me? I have something for you later that'll make up for whatever you would have stolen.
Fine.
Okay.
You do hear under her breath. I'm still broken.
So, Rasmus, is there any chance you could take a look? And we might have some questions too. There's something we're dealing with.
For you, yes, I will. Don't steal anything else. I'm watching you.
Shen, she promises, right?
As Zwak is like peering over the shelves.
If you do happen to find anything missing after our meeting, you can call on House Zizen, and you'll be adequately compensated for your time and effort.
Hey, okay, I'm not gonna take anything. Let's cool it with the accusations here. It just like goes and sits down next to the workbench, holds out the metal arm, and just lays it on the table. Do your magic. But yeah, the two of you would have time to ask whatever questions you need while he gets to work.
Mr. Rasmus, was it?
Yes.
Yes. Faye tells me that you've been in the city for quite some time. We are...
Off and on. I'm more retired now, so more on now, I suppose. Work in fine metals, jewelry, that sort of thing.
It's a very, very noteworthy profession. Quite a fan. But that being said, we recently acquired an interesting item of the jewelry variety. Are you familiar with the stories of soul stones?
Yes, trinkets that's said to bring luck or ward off bad luck, something of that nature.
We believe that this particular one does have legitimate connections to the spirit realm. and we're in search of someone who is a bit more knowledgeable of such things that could guide us to the answers we seek.
It's awfully bold claim. What proof do you have that any of this is real?
My friend hit me twice, but she only swung once. So
I have observed supernatural phenomena that the only rational explanation I can fathom is the work of spirits. Now, given that we accept that the spirit world does exist, that is a thing that I believe is relatively common knowledge, particularly regarding the death of the Avatar. There are forces beyond the material world. Bending itself, I'm told, comes from the world of spirits, or some such stories are not my forte, but
I suppose there's some creed to that, yes.
yes. So when I see things that I can only explain with spirits, I'm inclined to believe that spirits are involved. I have encountered bending of an unusual variety.
Interesting.
The manipulation of darkness, and creatures that can only be perceived by those gifted with the art of bending.
That would certainly be unexplainable, I guess.
You can see why I am inclined to believe that spirits would be involved.
Do you have this jewelry on you?
They will hold out the soul stone. It's good.
Good craftsmanship. The chain, very well made. Like, looks it over for a good, probably minute. Looks like a hunk of rock.
That is what I assumed, but that is why I was hoping to find someone knowledgeable directly with the spiritual art.
If you don't mind a little abnormality, I do have a friend. I do believe that she is still part of the... I don't remember what they call it anymore. Where all the entertainers go in the park. The jugglers, the magicians, the traveling band of jesters and jokers. I had a friend. Haven't spoken to her in quite some time. Her name is Lirio. She was always very interested in the spirit world and connection and how certain moon phases affect your demeanor and your blah blah blah.
That certainly sounds exactly like the person we're looking for.
If you find her, if she's still there, tell her I sent you and get you in the door at least. I would. If you think I'm eccentric, you're in for a surprise.
I have seen more eccentricity this week than I have in my entire life. I doubt I will be surprised by anything.
It means that you're in the right place then.
So they say.
Well, like, pats the arm a few times. I've done as much exterior fixing. You have a lot of casing here that has busted. Too much strain, I would guess. As far as the inner workings, this is beyond me. Whoever designed this is extraordinary.
It does sound like it would be a case for Faye to take a look, perhaps.
Shen is clearly like rolling down the sleeve, like tucking the arm away, kind of flexing a few times. Yeah. Whoever invented this knew what they were doing.
Shin, how does your arm feel now? Do you feel that we are good to go, or do you think that someone more technologically minded should have a second look?
Well, it's
While
not
we are-
constantly shocking me anymore, which is an improvement. I don't feel like I'm gonna faint from the pressure that the arm is putting on my joints, so all good things.
Excellent.
Great.
Well, I'm sorry if you have any further issues, Mr. Rasmus. If you are able to let us make use of your shop at some time. I know Faye is very skilled in the art of creation, and having the proper tools at his disposal, I'm sure he could do great things. As I said,
Yes.
House season will adequately compensate you for the time and materials, should you be willing to contribute them to our cause.
If you need any metal work done, my doors open.
Thank you very much.
Of course.
Thank you.
With the stipulation, of course, that you come by for tea and dinner once in a while.
Oh, I would love to. Faye tells me that you have wonderful stories in tea.
Yes.
I don't know about wonderful, but I certainly have a lot of them.
Well, quantity over quality sometimes.
Clearly Shen is like inching towards the door at this point. And like as soon as anyone looks over, she like holds up her cloak and is like, "See, nothing. I got nothing in my hands. There's nothing in my pockets.
Well, we'll not take up more of your time, Mr. Rasmus.
No trouble at all. Actually, I was telling your friend Faye here that other than the occasional customer, most of my talking companions, my conversationalist companions, have moved on from this world.
I'm sorry to hear that.
No, don't be sorry.
Well, I hope that I make a adequate companion and substitute for your fallen friends in
I'm
time.
sure you will. Let's go. No, you have better things to do than sit here with me all day.
I wouldn't say better, but certainly more pressing. Thank you for your time.
Of course.
Faye is gonna trail back just one step and turn back when Dai and Shen are kind of out of earshot, and he's gonna take the pan out and say, "Hey, could you make one of these for me?" To Rasmus.
Pots?
Yeah,
Yes.
like this. I mean, don't put the engravings of these other people's names, but just the heart, please.
Yeah, any half-talented metalworker could make a pot.
Yeah, but could you do it? Because I feel like I've seen your work. It seems special, and
Looks
I
over
want
at
this
Shen,
to be special.
looks at you, looks at Shen, looks at you. Sure. I'll make it
Thank you.
special.
Great. And then I'll be back to get the one for me, and I'll return this other one. I found it somewhere.
Right. Of course.
Thank you. I'll try to run to catch up to Dai.
Yeah, Shen, who stepped out first, was kind of waiting for the two of you. Well, I appreciate it. I didn't take anything. I stole nothing. Not a thing. Could have.
Yeah.
His eyesight is so bad. I don't know how he caught me the first time. Or the second time.
Okay.
Third time.
Well, Shin, your ability to control yourself is certainly admirable. Thank you. Certainly made negotiations on our part easier.
Thank you for giving me this chance and letting me rely on you. I guess I appreciate it.
In time, just like with all metal, sometimes you just need a little bit of polish and time
What does that
to make it
mean?
truly shine.
He's so wise.
Is that wisdom, or do you just reading like from a book?
Sometimes I don't get it either until much later.
Don't get. Okay. And anyways, I got a meeting. Someone's expecting me, and they're not going to be happy with what I have to say. So,
Well,
It's
what
just-
now? Well, now I am curious because you cannot simply drop a conflict in our lap and not
It's not
expect
your
us to look
conflict.
into it.
not
But
your conflict.
it is a conflict of a friend.
I owe someone
Yeah.
money. I don't have the money to pay them. I'm gonna go tell them I don't have the money. They'll be mad
So-
for a few days, and we'll get over it. It's fine.
You know who I am, yes.
I am not going to take any of your money.
It's not taking if it's a gift.
I'm not taking any gifts. I'll be fine.
Yours, it's not taking if it's given.
I appreciate what you're doing, but I have relied on myself for almost my entire life. I will continue to do so for the rest of it, no matter how short that may be.
But have you considered perhaps a new perspective? Sure, you've relied on yourself for such a time as it's been, but through growth and change, perhaps a better way is possible. And Dai is going to extend a hand as though shaking her hand, but it's got a surprisingly decent number of coins in it.
How about a plead roll?
Wait, oh, I'm sorry. Because I'm going to be plead or guide and comfort. I'm good at both of them.
Nice.
I think this falls more under plead. Please take this money. I'm trying to help you. Please take
Take
it.
my money.
Oh,
Let me help you.
that is fine. Let me look up what I get.
Well, they both roll with
Let us
harmony,
up.
so
Yeah, okay.
Shut up and take my money.
So that's going to be an 8.
that's still a hit.
Mm-hmm.
Looks at the bag, looks at you. I'm paying this back.
You are welcome to do so.
I'm not letting you slip out of the city without me paying you back for this.
Well, I will certainly not be keeping the ledger. That is up for you to do. And if you happen to lose it, it will not be missed.
You see a clearly exaggerated eye roll, just as big of an eye roll as you can manage. Takes the money. Thank you. All right, I'm going before this moment gets any sappier. Good luck with your spirit person.
I fear we're going to need it.
Probably. They sound weird.
I mean, have you seen the company we keep these days?
Oh, I have. It turns and like they were in an Assassin's Creed video game, just clambers up a wall onto the rooftops.
Dive blinks I was going to say a parting pithy remark, but no, that was impressive.
Yeah, right?
They earned that exit.
Yeah.
So, where to, Faye? That's
Yeah.
It's the park, right?
Yeah, with the entertainers. Yeah. We might we might run into someone who's a friend of a friend.
Friends all the way down, if you know where to look.
Yeah. Thank you, friend say.
Please never call me that again. I'm sorry. I am your
You
friend. I appreciate you very much, Faye. I respect your ideas and your knowledge. but please never call me a friend say again in public.
All right,
Thank you.
only in private.
Hashtag Frenzy.
A fair
That is
compromise.
sewage talk.
Well,
Sewer only.
Sewage talk.
Friends say.
I think
The safe word is friends say.
I think with both of you having concluded your business, both hitting the streets, would very easily be able to reconvene, share the information you have. Although, I did just get a villain point.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
And I am going to use said villain point.
I
Yes.
I don't like that.
Chaos.
I don't know
Oh,
how
that's
villain
fair.
points work. I think this is the first time I've been in a game where that happened. So, could you explain the hero villain point
Sure.
system for those of us who are confused?
Hero points are typically just rerolls, they are bonuses. It's the ability for you all to get a slight edge over the villains.
Yeah.
Villain points, on the other hand, are ways that I can influence the story that further the goals of the villains. Usually it's very minor, it's inconvenience, it's hitting you when you're down, things that are villainous. In this specific instance, my as we are stepping out of that gym, your companions in front of you, it's like a shadow passes over you, passes over the street, passes over the city, and what was this beautiful, bustling town full of life is now a smoldering ruin. You can hear screams in the distance. Your friends are nowhere to be seen.
Do I get any sense of what has destroyed everything? It's the shadow passing over it. Does it feel like an imminent danger, or?
Looking up towards that shadow, you see a similar creature to those little imp-like, shadow monsters that you had fought at the airship, but this is 100, 200 times bigger. This bird-like creature that just hovers over the city.
Oh, I am. I believe I am afraid. I do have the afraid condition. I think in seeing this and not knowing where my friends are, Mayari, I think they start to panic. Just I need to get out of here. I need to get to safety, out of the sight of this shadow bird, and just starts to run toward the nearest building that still has some structure to it, or some kind of place to hide from the creature that's hovering overhead.
Even as you're turning to run, still hearing those screams, you round the corner, hoping for an alleyway, hoping for something, and see just this almost gorilla-like figure, but its body is, semi-transparent. It kind of fades in and out of existence. Its mouth is shark-like, just rows and rows of teeth, and the head just turns to look at you. And I need to know if you are going with defend and maneuver, advance and attack, or evade and observe.
Ooh.
Sure.
My running away, did that clear my afraid condition, or is it not cleared?
I would say so, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Then
leave it
I
up
think-
to you. If the source of your fear is still present enough that you'd still be holding on to that fear.
Well, when I see this creature and it turns and looks at me, do I get the sense that it's watching? Kind of like, I think Mayari's trying to sense, does she get the vibe like the creatures were when she was in the wreckage and they were beckoning her from this creature? Or is it like an antagonistic, like, I'm about to launch at you?
This is
Can she
looking at
suss
you
out that vibe?
like your prey.
Okay. Then I think she's gonna keep running. I think she's gonna bolt out of there, and try to like just slicks the ground with her water from her flask if she's got it on her, and just start kind of like ice skating through the wreckage.
Absolutely just zipping away from this creature using Caesar position, I assume.
Yes, seize a position. So I'm rolling for that. I
Oh,
guess?
yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Focus.
Focus.
Focus, thank you. So I add a +2 to my focus.
I
The
believe in you.
first roll was a 4. The second roll was a 5, so 9, 10, 11.
Oh, nice.
You can mark a fatigue to use a learned technique. You can use a practice technique or 2 different basic or master techniques.
So I guess I will seize a position and attempt to run away. And if I feel like it's still
It is going to mark a fatigue to block you.
okay to stop me, then I'm going to use my second, because I get a second basic maneuver in that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use my second to I guess if it's stopping me, I'm gonna attempt to strike.
Yeah, I think if you use
Has to be-
defend and maneuver.
It has to
Ready
be
or
within.
retaliate.
Okay, it has to.
Yeah.
Okay, it has to be within defend and maneuver. Okay,
You can
so
also
then
use
I will.
a mastered one if you have one.
I do, but I don't think it is a defend and maneuver. But let me double
You also
check.
have a hero point.
I do.
Yes.
Yeah, my mastered is an evade and observe, so I can't use that. But I will. I think what I'll do then is I will steel myself. I will retaliate. So yes, I will prepare for the onslaught, and each time a foe inflicts fatigue, a condition, or shifts my balance, then I will inflict a fatigue on that foe.
You know, freeze the area in front of you, getting ready to just zip out, and it just slams the ground. That ice that you were about to slide on just cracks, causing you to just come to this stumbling stop, and then just bracing yourself for this creature that's a good 2.5 feet taller than you, and it just comes lumbering towards you.
Oh, God.
It is going to start with a strike. So you can either mark 2 fatigue, mark a condition, or shift your balance away from center.
Oh, I will mark 2 fatigue first.
And you do, like, strike back at it, inflicting 1 fatigue back.
Right. Yes, I will. I'll for a moment I'll try to summon this kind of watery blob person, but it won't come. So instead I shift the water into this kind of icicle jab that jabs back for the retaliate move.
It is going to throw a charge onto that strike as it just bowls through that water clone, slamming into you, and it's going to mark 2 more fatigue.
Oof. Ooh. Not looking good.
No.
For its second action, it's going to pressure. You cannot choose defend and maneuver next round, as it is just towering over you, stopping any escape. And I guess the third one, it's just going to strike you again.
Oh, all right.
So condition, shifting your balance, or taking fatigue.
I think then it will strike me, and I think she's gonna she was just afraid. She just ran, attempted to stand her ground, Um, I think there's something bubbling up in her, something that's like through all this shit that's happening, and she's gonna get angry. So I will mark that condition.
An anger that is yours, but at the same time feels not yours. The shadows around you start to kind of rise up. Every blow that this thing rains down is softened ever so slightly by your own shadow that's reaching up to stop the blows. But, top of the second round, you can't choose defend a maneuver. What you got?
I think because I'm angry, I think I'm gonna advance an attack. I think I'm gonna advance an attack.
Roll with
So I will
passion,
roll with
please.
passion, which for me is not too much of an addition, but ooh, not great. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 total.
Oof.
Yeah.
You can shift your balance away from center to use one basic technique if you'd like.
Okay. I think I will do that. I'm gonna push through it. So I will shift my balance. And I will use. Ooh, I will use strike. I'm just gonna go at it. So I try to summon that form again, and I get frustrated. It's not coming together the way I want it to, and again, this kind of like almost like shard of ice that I'll use to kind of stab up into the creature.
It does hit, but this thing is so bulky and tough that ice shard just kind of stops. And that figure that you were conjuring solidifies just a little, just being kind of swallowed by shadow until it forms a person. That person grabs onto your own hands and gives that second effort. So whenever you would, while your shadow is active, inflict fatigue, you would inflict an additional fatigue.
Oh! So with this strike, I would force them to mark 2 fatigue. Would the additional then 1 extra fatigue?
So
Or would it
they
double?
would get to choose, so they could mark
Oh,
a
yes.
condition
2
instead.
fatigue.
But
That's true.
you can mark 1, and then they would have to take the fatigue.
Okay. I think I will mark 1 fatigue to make them do that.
They will take the full 3, that ice just jamming up through them, and they start to just melt away, forming this puddle that is rapidly disappearing at your feet.
And I think that using that pumping that last fatigue in there filled my fatigue bar. I think my Ari's gonna like kind of fall to the ground, breathing, and she's looking at this shadow water blob that she's created, this form, and she's just gonna reach out to it.
They just take your hand, hold it, and as the world is kind of starting to go a little fuzzy, you hear them whisper out, "It's okay, I've got you. I've got you." And for the rest of you, as you came into sight of your companions, of Dai and Faye, who have had just the best day. They've had conversation and tea. The two of you look over to see your pro-bending companions marching towards you. Mayari stops and collapses.
Immediate.
So how'd it go?
Rushing immediately, cradling her head, make sure she doesn't hurt herself, and do standard pulse checking. Because I believe Mayari may have passed out once, at least once during our trip together. So I would know a bit of the spiel.
Yeah, she's breathing.
Yeah.
She still has a pulse. but is that her face kind of just winces in pain every couple moments.
Is she okay?
I'm assuming that you didn't simply push yourselves a little too hard during your escapades.
I don't think so. It's not physically.
Hmm.
She's fine in that sense. I think we need to take her back to get some rest.
Daya's going to take out the soul stone and just kind of look at it and like hold it near Mayari to see if there's any like weird reaction.
Mm.
Nothing.
Oh, Kim. As promised.
Thank you.
Although, where we're going, we will be needing that in short order. We have a
Where?
Our Faye's friends has a contact amongst the entertainers in the park, one of which is very knowledgeable of the spirit world and occult practices.
Yeah.
I know
We've
somebody
got
over
to-
there.
Do you?
Yeah, when we first got here, I met somebody who was like juggling and stuff, and I was like, you know, I was going through a whole crisis. I was like, how do I find myself? And they were like, come by, but I never did.
Well, perhaps.
Yeah, and you wouldn't eat the skewers that I bought, so I ate them.
The skewers, I remember those skewers. That feels like such a long time ago, doesn't it?
Feels like it's been a month, maybe 2.
At
like
least 2 months,
5
yeah.
days ago.
At least.
Mari's just like passed out. We're just like, yeah, remember the good old days?
I'm going to. I. Well, would you think? Would you think she could be easily woken up, or is this like she is out of it for a while?
Yeah, I was thinking like Dai would try to do a guide and comfort play, but like in this kind of like a patting and like a soothing type of thing because that can cure fatigue. I don't know if that would help, but
I think that you'd recognize she's like on the verge of waking up. Just a little push in the right direction, and she'd probably be back with you.
Okay.
so Dai is just going to kneel down near Mayari and just kind of like do some like stroking, like hair stroking, like not like weirdly, it's kind of like comforting, just kind of.
Oh,
say,
you're
like,
stroking the hair of a woman who is unconscious right now.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You know, just like, and Days
who is unconscious on a sidewalk, just out there in public.
Look, Days trying his best, okay? He's just
and we love him for that.
He's gonna say like, "Hey, it's okay. I got you."
Kim, if you want to help, you can take 1 fatigue and add +1 to this roll.
To this roll, yeah.
Heck yeah.
So yeah, roll with harmony, please.
Yeah, I will take a fatigue for Mayari.
Absolutely.
Nice. Total of 13.
Yes!
You are refreshed.
You're so refreshed. Get invigorated.
Ember and
you
Faye,
are surrounded by friends.
would the two of you roll your creativity, please?
Okay.
I don't like that.
That's I'm not worried at all about what you're saying to me. I'm gonna use that die. I'm gonna use this die. Creativity.
Oh my gosh, that is a 6.
I also got a 6.
No!
Rolled 2 3s.
It's fine. Everything is great.
Everything's
Could
fine.
I use a hero point or anything?
We do have 1 left, yeah.
I am going to use my 1 team I got from pleading with an NPC and bump Faye's roll up +1.
Oh yes, thank you.
That would jump Faye up to a 7.
And I get to re-roll this
Re-roll the
for the
whole
hero
thing.
point. All right, come on,
You
baby.
got this. Better.
That is a 8.
All right.
6 and a
All
2.
right.
Well,
6 and a 2, baby.
then I don't need to send any private messages. I can just tell you both that as Mayari is lying there, still kind of wincing in pain every few moments, the eyes do flutter open just a little, and they are dark, like blackened. But, Mayari, you have a choice. You can choose to embrace the guidance and comfort to clear condition or fatigue, and then you get to ask a question, which must be answered honestly. Or you can shut down the support and inflict a condition onto die.
Ooh.
Also, because I roll a 10 plus, you also get to shift your balance if you embrace the guidance.
Oh.
Hey, nicer on this side.
Just a little
As-
treat.
you can have
Got a
little
little something.
balance.
Got a little
As much
something,
as
something over here for you.
like embrace the darkness or get a treat.
Do I make things worse for
Yeah.
myself or better for everyone?
I think Mayari, in this kind of wherever she's at in this moment and grasping the kind of hand of this shadow figure and hearing those words, the words start to, at first, I imagine they sound like like smoke, like it's hard to grab a hold of them, and then they start to solidify into a voice I know, a voice I recognize, Die's voice, and I'm gonna pull myself out and allow myself to be guided and comforted by that.
So you
Yay.
either clear a condition or 2 fatigue.
Yep.
And
will
Dai gets to ask
clear-
you a question, which must be answered honestly.
We'll clear 2 fatigue. Actually, okay. Well, I think I need to do that because my fatigue was full. So,
Yeah.
but I will think on that. Okay, so I'm clearing 2 fatigue
Yep.
and coming up and give me your question.
Yep. You also do get to shift your balance.
Oh, shift my balance. Yes. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. Thank you for the reminder.
Of course.
And I think, yes, there we go. Okay.
The question I'm going to ask. If you could control this shadow bending, what would you do with it?
Ooh. I think what die, because this is not, this is not a communicated question,
No,
or is
this
this
is
one?
No,
just
it's
Okay,
reading
this is
yeah,
like
it's
you.
yeah,
Yeah,
in
it's a
the
weird
eye.
pseudo, like, yeah.
There's a lot of eye communication in this episode with Mayari. So Mayari's gonna look at Dai as she comes up, hand grasp with his, and he's going to see that there is a curiosity and a clinging to this new power, this new something that feels like it could make her stronger, more capable, because her illness, her chronic illness, has made her feel like she's been a step down from the way everyone has reacted to it and the way that the way everyone else makes her out to feel weaker because of it. And that this thing maybe might allow her to be stronger. And that's what you see in that look.
Well, it seems like someone pushed themselves a little too hard in training today. Feeling okay?
She's like scanning the area. Is there Is there an ape with a shark mouth around?
You're very terrible at asking questions.
Yeah. Okay. Then I think I'm fine. I think I'm fine. I'll just lean into Dai and like rest their forehead against his shoulder.
Who starts a
I think
conversation like that? I just sat down.
I think something happens with Ember that probably only Faye notices because it happens as soon as Mari's eyes open and he sees that they're black. Faye would probably see Ember kind of stone faced and he gets into a stance. But then once Mayari's kind of like, oh, I'm chill, he's like, okay, and then he starts he's just like chilled out.
Ember will feel just like a little nudge from Faye, and it's like noticing the chill out. Faye's gonna try to like distract Ember with something and just be like, I got Shen a gift.
Oh,
Yeah. It's a frying pan.
are you Faye?
Right? I mean I saw it seems like it's the gift to give right now, so
Are you gonna like ask her out or something? Like, what's going?
yeah, we'll see. We'll see how she reacts. I don't know if she's into me or not, but I mean maybe you know I'll work my way up to it when I like help fix her arm.
He like you see him like kind of like he traces something in the air, and then like after he's finished tracing, like a fire heart appears. He's like, I see good stuff in your future. No, that's good.
How did you know that was on the frying pan?
Oh, was it? Oh, I just
Yeah.
oh well. I mean, like
It's fate.
the soldier's intuition. Yeah. Yeah, you could say it's my bending. I can sense the fiery passion burning within you.
Yeah. Oh goodness.
Boy, oh boy, I can't wait for love bending.
But now you are helped up to your feet, still a little shaky, still feeling just the claws and the pure brute force of this thing that slammed into you again and again. But there's no bruises, there's no claw marks, nothing.
Yeah, I think I just pushed myself pushed myself too hard.
Well, it may behoove us to take a little bit of a rest. Catch our breaths, we convene before we continue our grand adventure into a wild, wonderful world of spirits and shadows.
Yeah,
Also,
probably a good idea.
you need to give me your report of the match. I would love to hear about maybe over some tea and some lunch. So I'm sure you're all very hungry.
We got to shower.
We did.
I'm so
Is-
jealous.
Don't.
that is that not common?
No, it is, but
You-
we've been living in the sewer the last few
I have
days,
been,
so
But don't.
hadn't got a chance to yet.
this is- I have been at my manor for some time. I had forgotten how you can come
You should probably
stay
get a
with
place to
me.
stay.
You don't need to stay in the sewers. I have a house in the city. It's quite nice. I don't know
We
I don't
couldn't
know why.
impose.
I have a house in the city. I'm in
You
the
have a house in the
sewers for
city?
a reason. It's
Wait, why are we just
let's
hearing
not
about it now?
talk about
Yeah.
No,
We've been
we
staying in the sewer.
Kim.
all this
you-
time.
you have been staying in the sewer. I just worked there.
That's true. You haven't slept there once yet.
I was
I'm
I
going to
was
put my arm to like help Mayari up.
I was not going
Like-
to offer. I was not going to offer my house to strangers, but we are far from that now these days.
That's fair. It kind of helped that my whole thing. I steam up. I get like I do like a boiler type of thing, like where I heat up from the inside. So it kind of balances out because it gets rid of the bacteria and stuff. But like still,
Bacteria.
it's nice to shower. The stuff, the germs.
Does germ theory exist in the Avatar universe?
Does now,
Headed.
apparently.
Sorry.
It does in Republic City, and that's it.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah, the five of you could go grab some tea, grab some lunch, and discuss the match, what you've learned, where you're headed next, which apparently is to go check out the home of the traveling entertainers. The ones that kind of live out in nature, enjoy the streets, and we have some friends to meet there.
Yeah.
But I think there are two very small scenes that would happen as we are panning up and away from our heroes. One being in Mayari's mind, listening to your companions talk and smile and laugh, and hear that same whispered voice. Come back to me.
She's gonna look at Dai, who that voice had morphed into for her, and get pulled back into it in her head. This other voice, this other thing. She feels that kind of burning in her chest, that anger that's hers and not hers. And she kind of turns to look at the group as they're all kind of laughing and talking about showers and germ theory, and just starts roiling. There's
Normal
something
people
underneath.
things.
That's just, and as she kind of looks out beyond them, she sees the shattered, destroyed Republic City, and just kind of clenches her fists and takes a breath and tries to walk with them.
To walk with your companions or to walk with the voice?
I think she's trying. I have conditions to clear, folks.
Yeah.
Fair.
Let's see. I think she hears that voice, and it's very tempting. And she glances back at the group of friends, and she feels that anger, and she settles back on Dai. And she still has that guilt for yelling at Dai the last time at the factory. And so she is going. I'll see if this counts as clearing this condition, Hoop. But she is going to make the personal sacrifice of pushing the voice away, so that she can keep going with her friends and push this power that she thinks might be able to help her down.
I just got a villain point.
Oh,
Oh no!
I am gonna
Okay,
have
we just got a hero point.
You did. So you can re-roll this, but I need you to roll against me.
Okay.
We're just having a good old-fashioned roll.
Come on,
off.
Mei, you can do it.
Roll off, baby.
Showdown. Yep, you got this.
Oh God. Are we
Okay.
adding anything to it?
Nope.
And is it just 1d6 or 2?
2d6.
Okay. Okay.
I believe in you.
Sure. I'm gonna use that hero point.
Mhm.
I'm trying hard, everybody.
Let's go.
I
Let's go.
believe in you.
Okay. Oh. Hey, please. Okay. Okay, that's one. Okay. 7.
7.
Oh no!
Oh, Oh god!
No!
Oh no! Please!
Mayari looks at you. There's kind of this moment of like almost looking a little lost. and then it zones out for just a moment, and then shakes it off, and so, smiles, returns to the conversation, just for a moment of some kind of distraction, but it is back. Or at least whoever is in Mayari's body is back. As Mayari is brought back to that ruined street and left to sit there. That voice still calling out, "Come back to me."
I knew she was possessed.
Yep.
And I think with that, the final scene we would, well, you as players, as the audience, as onlookers would see, would be figures on the rooftop, staring down at our heroes. One leaning over towards the other. It's happening. Go let them know. The other one just kind of slips off the roof back down into the street. And I think that is a wonderful place for us to put a pause in this game until we hit episode 7. Almost halfway there.
Yeah. Good.
Whoa.
Oh, my heart.
Gosh.
Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you to my lovely cast, everyone that came out to support us. We had a raid from Neon Lights Roleplay. We had a raid from Distal's Place. Thank you both. You are amazing. We love you so much. But I do want to go around one more time, let everyone tell you who they are and where you can find them on the internet. We'll go same order we did for intros, which is what we are starting with Caitlin.
Hey everybody, I am Caitlin. I played Mayari this evening, possessed, the possessed. And you can find me at kkenny, Kenney, plays on Twitter, Instagram, etc., etc. Yeah, jazzed to be here and play with y'all. What a ride tonight. You can find me on this show here. And then you can also probably find me in a part 2 of a second mystery, a D&D homebrewed mystery one-shot.
Episode 3 of a one-shot. No, episode 4 of a one-shot.
Yes.
Increasingly inaccurately named trilogy.
Yes. Our sleuths are on an airship, of all things, and that will hopefully not crash and burn. So come check that out at some point when that comes up, too. Thank you so much.
Heck yeah. Over to Matt.
Hey y'all, I'm Matt. I have been Faye this evening, as well as accompanied by my trusty companion Zwak. And you can find me everywhere as Improv and RPG. Thank you so much for having me.
Heck yeah, you are always a delight to have on the stream.
Thank you.
And over to Xtel.
Hello everybody, I'm Xtel. I've been playing Ember of the Prodigy playbook because he is fantastic. And he's totally not at all worried about what's going on. Nope. But yeah, you can find me at Xtro the King on all the socials except Facebook. I'm not on Facebook, but I'm over on Threads and everything in Blue Sky and stuff. So you can check me out there. Come by Take Your Roll on Wednesday nights where I storytell a vampire game. And I feel like this is karma because I've been putting my players through a bunch of stuff, and now I'm on the other side. So
It all comes full circle.
Karma is what it is. So come by and watch me torment some people on Wednesday nights on Take Your Roll. Other than that, you can catch me when I post or anything on my social medias about anything else I do. But yeah, I've had a great time tonight, and I'm not gonna stress about it later.
This cast and this game is always so much fun to work with. Over to Winter.
Hello, my name is Winter. You can find me at my personal Twitter, at Fiction and False, where I post a lot of very incendiary gaming hot takes and get myself canceled on the daily. You can also find me at my two professional Twitters, one at BC Publish for Beautiful Chaos Publishing, and Cyber Coven Art, which is an artist collective that I do work for. So if you want to keep up with stuff that I actually do, you can follow me at those two places, or just hear me say very silly things at Fiction and False.
You'd love to see it. And then over to McCole, our most mysterious character, I feel. Although
She's
Mayari
fun.
is competing for close second.
We both know I'm competitive. This isn't going to work out. But hi, I am McCole, she, they. I got to play Kim Tamo, the totally not suspicious and can be 100% trusted mom of the group. Even though she's only 2 years younger than the second person. 2 years older. I can't math right now. You can find me at Aeterno Art or Aeterno Studio. That's AETERNO. Then Art or Studio, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, most socials, honestly. I am getting ready to finally actually have my shop update. Hopefully by Wednesday.
Woo.
Lots of prints, lots of stickers, all kinds of different sizes, and art you can see.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Nice.
We will absolutely blast that everywhere just as soon as we can. But I guess that just leaves me. I, of course, have been Andrew. I have tortured all these lovely characters all evening. And I do it out of all of the love in the world. I love this game and this cast. I'm just so excited to tell this story. You can find me here, always. Come hang out. We do casting calls every month, so if you want to come roll some dice with us, we love having all kinds of new people, so come hang out. But that's it. That's all I got. I'm gonna throw right over to our friends at the Lollygaggers, who are playing Delta
Ooh.
Green. Ooh, that's a good one.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh.
Nice.
Love some good old Cthulhu-esque mystery.
Yes.
But
You know?
yeah, as always, be good people, do good things, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.